Welcome back to Casual Bias Rugby, the first time that we are covering the Super Rugby Pacific. And it's because we're going to do this every single week. We've got Aiden, Rugby Ramblings. So we've got two Southies out here. I'm South African, a Safa. This is a tournament that is close to my heart as I grew up watching the Super Rugby. And then we've actually got a Kiwi that lives in England. That's a shambles. But Aiden, as you can see, representing the Hurricanes jersey. How are you doing, my man? You excited for Super Rugby Pacific?
Mate, I love this competition. Obviously, I've been living over in the UK for a few years now, and I'm trying to immerse myself in the Northern Hemisphere rugby, the club rugby, the URC, a little bit of the Premiership, not so much the top 14 because there's so much of it. But obviously, Six Nations is on at the moment. So I'm watching lots of Northern Hemisphere rugby, but it's time to bring Super Rugby to the North. It's my favourite comp. It's the most exciting comp to watch.
It's your own
competition. If it's the best, it's the most entertaining. That's all I care about.
Listen, this has a little special place in my heart and obviously yours as well. Your team's still playing here. You still represent the New Zealand colours and all those type of things, right? But for me, even like from an outside perspective now, usually we were in it and we just got smashed. Week in, week out, the Stormers go and we don't achieve anything, right? But I love the Super Rugby. There's nothing like the Super Rugby. People talk a bit of shit when it comes to the Super Rugby. You have the most fun while you watch the Super Rugby. You don't get games in other competitions that end like 60-40, 60-50 if you want, right?
No,
zero defense, just vibes. Sorry?
Back in the day, I used to get up in the morning or late at night, see the Hurricanes Cheetahs games, and I maintain that they're like the craziest scoreline you'll ever see. It'll be like 57-56. And it's like, how is a game with that high of a score got that close? It was incredible. It's so entertaining.
Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful, right? So people, obviously, we've got a little bit of an audience here, but we don't really have the biggest Super Rugby audience. So we're trying to grow that as well. So people, we're not analysts. We are we're literally just fans talking shit when it comes to rugby. Right, that's basically all that we're going to do. And we would love you to be part of the conversation. We run this fan forum as well. Go look at the comment section. You know, we get rinsed, absolutely rinsed. It is what it is. We enjoy it. We enjoy talking rugby. We want to get you involved. So please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys. But we're going to chat. So we'll do probably like one episode per week, doing a review and then a preview for the next one. Seeing that's the first weekend, let's just chat about the competition and our expectations. Obviously, you're representing the Hurricanes. I've always had a soft spot for the Islanders, but it's because I rated Aaron Smith. But now Aaron Smith is gone, right? I never expect the Islanders to win.
Yeah, I mean, they won before we did. They came to Wellington and beat the Hurricanes in Wellington in the final. There was a Elliot Dixon try, shouldn't have been allowed. Yeah, I'm not over it. 2015, who cares? It shouldn't have been a try. We should have won. But it's okay. We beat the Lions next year in 2016. But
wooden spoon after wooden spoon for the Islanders. The way that you played last season, arguably were the favourites to win it. Got knocked out in the semis.
Yeah, we're not fans of semi-finals, it turns out. Like, we start the season, the last few years, the Hurricanes have started the season looking incredible. And we're just like, we're not going to lose a game. This is awesome. And then we'll lose one random game throughout the year. We'll win the quarterfinal. And then in the semi-final, we should have won at home. We'll lose. And then it's just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
It's
and
frustrating.
It was the year that the Crusaders finally didn't pitch up. And people were talking about the Hurricanes and the Chiefs, especially, right? And then the Blues just come out and snuck it in there from absolutely nowhere. Were you backing this season to get it done?
Yes. We're winning this season. That's all I'm going to say. We should have won last season. Well, if you look at it, last season, the Chiefs scored a bonus point try in the final minute to give the Hurricanes the number one spot in the round robin. So if we'd beaten the Chiefs in the semi-final, it would have been a Wellington grand final. But we didn't, so it went to the Blues.
Chief plus maybes.
Yeah, the Blues absolutely walloped the Chiefs in the final. That was embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, so I made a video, right? Let me just get the image because I actually saved it because it was my first real, glory that I felt. I backed the Chiefs to get it done. Last season, I made a TikTok right at the start. I was like, this is the Chiefs' season. I didn't back the Crusaders. I said, no, fuck it. Listen, it's going to be the Chiefs. The Chiefs recognized it, right? There they are, the Gallagher Chiefs. And they commented and they said, saving this for later. I felt so smug when they got the upset victory over the Hurricanes. And I was like, I hope the Chiefs come back. And then they got absolutely rinsed in that final. That must be up there with one of the most, I wouldn't say bad performances, just like beatdowns that you'll see in a final.
Do you know what the other one is?
Well, Toulouse absolutely smashed.
No, the same team, same comp. No, the Chiefs, when they got molted by the Bulls in like 2009 or whatever year it was. They got beaten by like 50 points in the final.
I can't even remember that.
Yeah. Chiefs love getting pumped in the final. Sorry, Chiefs fans. Not really. I live with one, so I can throw shade. I'm ready to get it back, so it's all good.
Yeah. I'm going a bit wayward.
How far wayward?
Not too far though. I backed the Chiefs previously. I'm not backing the Crusaders. I'm not backing the Blues. I'm going with the Hurricanes.
Yes.
I'm going with the Hurricanes. I don't like calling back-to-back champions, right? I do believe the Blues will be good, but just a sneaky little Hurricanes vibe. The only thing that works against the Hurricanes is you don't have Geordie Barrett from the start, right? Because he's still at Leinster.
Yeah.
But Cam Roigard, give me that fantasy. We'll drop the fantasy link in the comments or the description. Join us in the fantasy. We'll be talking about shit as we go along with that as well. I just got a sneaky feeling about the Hurricanes, like they're obviously sensational, but I've got the Hurricanes to even play in a final, not against another Kiwi team. I don't know who yet.
I rate that. Do you know what?
I like it.
With
I
the
like the
Rebels going under, obviously the Rebels have gone under, so all those players, which there's quite a bit of talent in that team, got spread out, and most of them were bought by the Waratahs because they got the most money.
I've not got the Waratahs to do it.
I think the Waratahs are going to be sneaky good, man.
What, because Joseph Suaalii is there?
Well, not just because of Joseph Suaalii, but sure. They've got a lot of like good talent in their team. I mean, the Brumbies are a fair shout. They're always good. They're the most consistent Aussie team. They've got some absolute star players too. They got Tom Wright.
I think when they're on it, the Reds are sensational. I like the Reds. Yeah.
Fraser McWright playing for the Reds at the moment. Harry Wilson as well. They got 2 out of the 3 Wallabies Lucies. Tom Liner at 10. Paisami. He's moving now, Paisami. But I mean, they've got talent throughout the park. Love the Brumbies because, well, I don't because they keep beating the Hurricanes. But in terms of their team, Corey Toole on the wing, Tom Wright at fullback, Lennox Tau in the centres, Noah Lolosio at 10, Charlie Cale coming through as a loose forward, Rob Valentini, who we both think is probably the most underrated loose forward in the world.
Oh, he's sensational. Absolutely
he's so good.
Sensational.
He's so good. So this year's comp, there is talent in every single team. And I think it's going to be much tougher to pick than previous seasons.
Yeah. I think adding the likes of Andrew Kellaway and Joseph Suaalii, 2 massive names to that Waratahs team, who we saw last season, right? Every now and again, right? The Waratahs stank it out. But then when they play a good team, they just up their level. I think when you add 2 star players to it, that makes a massive difference. Obviously, it's not only just the 2, right? That's just the first 2 that pops to mind when you think about it. It makes a big difference. And I really like the Reds team. I've always liked the Reds. I don't know what about the Reds. Maybe it's just the Quade Cooper vibes. I've like fallen in love with him and Will Guinea. But yeah, Brumbies, they always do well. I just get the sneaky feeling that the Australians will pick up their game. I don't know. I think the Rebels going down was a massive thing. But with it being a British and Irish Lions here, a lot of players will want to put up their hands, massive performances. It all starts with the Super Rugby, right? It can't be nice being a Wallabies fan and being like, well, our Super Rugby teams just get written off every single time come playout stages. So playoff stages. Just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I think this year, but it's across the whole park. Obviously, yes, the Rebels going under has benefited every other team in Australia. Even the Force snapped up a few players. But like gone are the days where Moana Pacifica and the Fijian Drua are pushovers. Going to play the Drua in Fiji is one of the hardest games.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Bro, I haven't seen them lose in a very long time then.
They lost to the Hurricanes. Thank you very much last year.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But I didn't watch the game. I haven't seen them lose in quite a while.
To be fair,
they also play at like 4 a.m, so I'm hardly ever awake when they play there.
Yeah, they have 2 stadiums they play at though. There's Lautoka, which is the really tough one. Technically, the Hurricanes didn't play there, so they played at another stadium. But in Moana Pacifica, like they're going to be much tougher to beat this year. I mean, I know Artie joined them, and it's not just because he's there, but having someone with his experience and his leadership, cultural leadership as well, is a huge thing. Yeah. They're going to be tough to beat, and they had some great players last year. Anisi was sensational in the centres. Obviously, Julian Savia, my man, the bus. He's no longer with the Canes either, but he's playing there in centres and in the wings. So, yeah, talent throughout.
Okay, so before we go into the official round 1 predictions, who's your wooden spooner and who's your dark horse? Because we're both backing the Hurricanes to do it.
Yeah.
Give me those two.
Wooden spooner. Oh, I'm looking at the table now. Obviously, there's no one on it, but
I'll give you mine first.
Go.
Just because of Nick White. Put the Force down there.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say something
down there.
I just think I'm looking at the rest of the team. I know they picked up a few players. Curtly Beale is still playing for the Force, which is crazy.
How?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, how's that guy not playing with Ma Nonu in America?
Yeah.
I know Nonu's done now, right? Like, he's finished.
Well, he stopped playing. He hasn't officially retired.
Oh, so he's just stopped playing. For in case the love of the game comes back.
Yeah, just in case when he's like 65, he's like, you know what? Back to playing.
Bro, he's just waiting for a Geordie Barrett injury to just pull on the black jersey again.
Look, he debuted in 2002.
That's ridiculous. It's 23 years later.
Yeah.
Bro, that's literally our age. That's our age later.
Professional rugby, 23 years. It's crazy. Anyways.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to agree with you, Casual. I'm going to say the Force, wooden spooners. And I like the Force, and that's a tough...
You can't keep agreeing with this stuff.
Fine, I'll change my mind.
No. I'm fine with that. Just don't agree with me when it comes to your little dark horse.
Okay, should I go first for dark horse then?
Yeah, go.
My dark horse is going to be the Waratahs, because I think they weren't as good last year. They brought in some key players, bit of leadership, which they needed, but a superstar power, with Sua Ali'i, Callaway, the likes. I think they got Fekete as well in the centres, who's a class centre as well. I think they would be upset with last season, so they're going to be my dark horse team, the Waratahs.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really argue with that, but I'm going purely off vibes again. I'm going with the Reds. I don't know what it is about the Reds, right? But I just feel like this might be a good year for them. I was going to say the Brumbies, but they always usually get to run.
It's not a dark horse, the Brumbies.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be. But when I'm talking about like even the dark horse shouts with the Brumbies is like a sneaky final.
Yeah.
Somehow, right? Because they would never be expected to get to the final and actually win it. So I'd say the Reds would be the dark horse, but I'm backing the Brumbies to get to the final. I don't think the Reds will get them, but the Reds will be pushing and doing very well compared to, for instance, last season.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my dark horse when it comes to it.
Funny because they're literally
Crusaders, how much better will they be? They have to be better. They can't be worse than they were last season.
Yeah, well, just go back to your point. It's funny, yeah. The dark horse of the Brumbies, their logo is literally a dark horse. So I mean,
exactly.
But no, the Crusaders, yes, they'll be miles better than last year. I do not see a world where they lose their first 6 games in a row. No chance.
Did you see that image? I think it was like Rugby Boss or Ball Carrier posted it, where it was like the difference between the Crusaders team that won the 2023 season, who played in that final, versus who's available for for the one game or the start of the season where it was like, I think they missed like 14 of their 23 players, which was absolutely crazy. Like, you can't expect them to perform out of this world when you have those type of injuries or anything going around, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, last year they had so many like key positions. Will Jordan, who's back, the most prolific try scorer in Tier 1 rugby, is playing for them. Scott Barrett's back. He was injured for a little bit of the season. Cody Taylor's back. He was injured for a big part of the season.
Is Fanganuku back yet? Not yet.
No, Fanganuku's still at Toulon, but he should be back. Well, he won't be back for this season, unfortunately. End of the year.
That would have been massive, though.
Yeah. Like, they've got so many players come back. Levi Almour was injured for a good chunk of the season as well. He's back. So, yeah. In terms of the players that they are returning, big names. Yeah. They're not little guys you've never heard of before. So, yeah, they're going to be tough to beat.
I mean, last season was literally Severies trying to carry that whole team on his back. Like, how was he one of the top try scorers in that Crusaders team? Does not make any sense.
No, I don't know.
He's a freak when it comes to Super Rugby.
One-man army.
Anyway, let's get into it. What the people have actually come for are little predictions. Yep. Starting off, Valentine's Day banger. Crusaders that we just spoke about. At home. What's the home? Is that Christchurch?
Yeah. I'm trying. I don't know what their stadium is at the moment.
Versus the
Hurricanes.
Do you think you get a away victory in Christchurch? First game of the season, Valentine's Day. Slap them with a little gift there.
Yeah, I may be single, but that's going to be my present from the Hurricanes. They're gonna win that game, and I'm gonna feel like the happiest girl in the world.
If there's any ladies watching it, and you can ask him to be your Valentine in the comment section. Aiden is pretty active in the comment sections. Usually he likes giving it out to people in the comments. He's known as Bertie Wooster as well. So if you like a little Bertie, there you go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. I think it'll be close, but I'm going to say Hurricanes. We've put out quite a young side for this game, so that'll be interesting. But,
has your squad been announced?
Yeah, all the squads are out.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even see. Holy shit, I'm not doing my due diligence. Just literally just sitting here and chatting some shit.
I've got the whole team in front of me here. It's pretty much full strength Crusader side, except for a few locks.
Right, let me actually go. I can't be doing this prediction without actually seeing the team.
No Cody Taylor, though. No Jamie Hanna.
Okay, well, Tamati Williams is there, Fletcher Neal, Scott Barrett. Oh, my goodness. Ethan Blackadder, for once he's not injured. Severies, David Avili, Levi Amua, as you just mentioned. Will Jordan at 15. Yeah. Dallas McLeod on the bench even.
Yeah.
Who's been getting a look in, obviously, for the All Blacks as well. Oh, that's a good team.
Yeah, it's much stronger than their start last year, for sure.
Bro, it's hardly recognizable.
Yeah. But no, hey, we're winning it. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about it for too long because I'll talk about the Hurricanes all day. But we're going to win the game.
I'm backing the Crusaders. I've got the Hurricanes to get the tournament done. You never win all your games. I got you losing the first game at home ground advantage. Give me the Crusaders, but not by much. Give me like the Crusaders by 4 points. Yeah, let's go 4 points. 32-28. There you go.
Okay. I can respect that, but
you guys don't kick penalties, right? So let's say you get 28 points by 4 tries, all conversions. There you go.
Yeah, there's no penalties.
2 points from it. Is the layout of the season different this time, or does it just work the same as all?
No, it's slightly different. Just with the playoffs, it's like I don't know exactly because there's 11 teams, so like one team.
We'll worry about that when it comes to playoffs. I just saw something like the structure changed, and I was like, well, that's ridiculous. It's a league. Waratahs versus the Highlanders. Now, I support the Highlanders, but they ain't winning this game for jack shit.
What?
I'm an Highlanders fan, but they are not winning this game.
Yeah. I think the Highlanders are a little... I'm not going to say they're the dark horses here, but I think they'll surprise a few people.
That's what I said that last season. I've said that the season before that. that just does that. That they usually start off pretty well. Their preseasons, they always look like they're the best in the world, and then they just stick it out a bit. This new Waratahs team, they are going to want to set the tone, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, Sua Ali is not starting.
Is he on the
He's
bench?
not even on the bench. Nope, he's not even
What?
playing. Yeah.
Probably
Change my
injured.
mind. Highlanders are winning.
What, just because of that?
Yep. Oh, no, he is. Never mind. I tell a lie. He's at 15. What's going on there?
Oh, that's sexy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a high ball merchant. He's just Israel Folau part 2, isn't he?
How did you miss him at 15? I mean, look, that's a handsome guy. How do you miss that?
I've just got the names and I scrolled past it.
So you weren't on the official, like...
No, I wasn't looking at their mugs. I used... For
Tiny
those
man
interested,
Max
I use
Jorgensen.
Tribe. Oh, wow, that is helpful with the screen blur.
Yeah.
Let me turn my screen blur off.
Angus Bell, Antoniella Tupou, David Porecki. I mean, seriously, they've got the full Wallaby front row there. No, this is Waratahs victory written all over it. I'm going Waratahs quite comfortably. They say Waratahs by 19 points.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
so anything. The thing is, anything can happen in Super Rugby. So I'm gonna go. I mean, there's a way. I'll go the Tars by 6.
It's too close. Too close. For me, it's like they need to put out a statement performance.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
All teams need to, though. I don't feel like that gives any one team an edge over the other.
Let me look at this Highlanders team. I just can't.
It is.
I mean, if it was Aaron Smith, I'd back the Highlanders to even win.
Fabian Holland, exciting, up and coming lock for New Zealand. He's Dutch, but he can now qualify for the All Blacks.
Ethan de Groot to keep them in the game.
Yep. Timothy Tavatanawai, he's class. Turnover merchant. Sam Gilbert at 15.
No. Let's go Tars by 19 as mentioned. Okay, moving on to the Saturday games. Fiji Drua at home.
They'll win then.
Have to. I back you. Against the Brumbies, right? Who I just said is probably the dark horse to get to the final. Starting off on a loss.
Important thing for the Drua, Caleb Muntz is back. That's a huge addition. He's their number 10. He was the guy that they went with to the World Cup and then got injured, and then he didn't play any of Super Rugby last year. He would start over Armstrong Ravula 9 times out of 10.
So, I mean, they usually have these stormy rain games as well. Like for some reason, it just like pisses down over there. I'm going with the Drua to get like a sneaky 11-point victory.
Yeah, I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think there'll be, as you said, a lot of rain, probably a whole lot of handling errors. And then you'll just see like some bizarre try where a lock runs 90 meters, in the rain and scores, and they win by 16 points or something.
Their weather just fits their 7-style rugby to a T, and their big men can just like literally crash over everyone. Draw by 11. I do like the Brumbies, but I think just right off this weekend and then just start your weekend off. It will be a massive victory for them if they get it done at the draw. How does the fixtures work? Do they play once against every team?
So you play once against every team, and some teams you play twice.
Okay. Because like in the URC, you play once against every team, but against your home teams, against like, for instance, the Stormers, Bulls, Lions, we'll all play each other twice.
Okay. I don't think we like play just Kiwi people twice, or just Aussies play Aussies twice. It's just, I guess it's randomly doled out. I'm not sure. Oh,
it's another sexy one. Blues Chiefs.
Yeah, I better be careful what I say because my Chiefs fan flatmate is watching what I say now.
Does he? Oh, he's a supporter of the channel. I hope he's subscribed.
Yeah, you should subscribe to Casual Bias Rugby. Yeah, that is a spicy game. It's in Auckland. Last time they were there, the last 2 times they were there, they lost by a lot.
Rinse and repeat.
I'm excited. The Chiefs have Josh Jacobs starting at 10 and D-Mac starting at 15. Josh Jacobs is exciting. Very exciting. Young number 10. Obviously, D-Mac's still on the pitch. They've still got talent throughout. Obviously, no Wallace Atiti. Very sad about that.
Yeah. Of course.
Luke Jacobson, Kalen Boshier, Xavier Rowe at halfback. So he's obviously starting over Ratimer. Quinta Pide, Daniel Rona at 13, Nana Saturo, Damien McKenzie. They've got a lot of talent in their back line.
They do.
And a lot of midfield talent, as my friend always tells me. They probably have one of the best midfield stocks.
Harry Plummer, Rico Ioni, Caleb Clark, Bowden Barrett, Mark Talaya. Don't start.
The All Blacks.
It's got to be the Blues. It's got to be the Blues.
Yeah, Tunga Fasi, Ricky Tally, Tupolotu.
That's an amazing name, by the way. That is an amazing name. Yeah, there you go.
Dalton Papali'i's back.
I mean, Ofa Tuangafasi is playing literally his 150th game. They're not losing.
Righto, what are you saying? Blues by how many?
Blues by 16.
16. Wow, we don't get views by just agreeing all the time. I'm going to say Chiefs by 1.
Chiefs by 1. Upset victory.
Upset victory, first week. You know, there's going to be rust for all the teams. So anything can happen this week. Chiefs by 1.
No, you don't believe. You're just saying that for a bit of views. There's no way you believe that.
No, I like the Chiefs, even though they don't have Wallace Atiti, who that's sad because I just want to watch him play rugby. They've got talent. They've got consistent talent that have been there. They're good in the regular season. They just suck at finals.
Where's Hoskins Tutu?
Not playing.
That is a problem. He's in my fantasy. I've got to remove him now.
That's right. You'll save a bunch of money. He's expensive.
Yeah, fair enough. He is. Anyway, final game. Western Force, Moana Pacifica. I'll give you the floor.
Moana playing away, but, I think new captain, Adi Savia, I believe in the height. I think he's the best player in the world, one of the best players in the world. He's going to make a difference no matter where he goes. He's also a cultural leader. I'm sure they'll get behind them. So Moana to edge it by like 6 points or something, 7 points, 1 try.
I think Moana beat Western Force twice last season. I'm going to back history. History is in their favor. I'm actually going to agree with you again. Let's go Moana Pacifica. You said by 6.
6 or 7. Let's go 1 try, 7.
I'll say 2 points. I think it's going to be extremely close. They might just sneak it at the end with the Adi Savia drop goal. You just never know. But in all seriousness, I do like Moana. This is purely off vibes. I'm not the biggest Western Force fan. I used to love the Western Force when Matt Gito played there. Rugby 08, give me Matt Gito and the Wallabies team and playing Western Force Super Rugby. I don't even care. I was a massive Matt Gito fan. Now they've got Nick White. I don't like it. So, yeah.
Well, people think I start to look like him now, and I don't like it. I've been tempted to get rid of it.
That's a horrific insult. Obviously, my dark horses have just got to buy the Reds. So, that wraps it up for round 1. People, please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. We do appreciate you guys. We enjoy talking about this. We'll be here every single week, 1 episode a week. Go to Aiden, Rugby Ramblings on TikTok. Go follow him there. Stay tuned, and we will see you next time. Ciao.
Join the fantasy.
Join the fantasy. Link in bio or link in the comments. There you go.